Hi, my name is Angel. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because I'm here to announce that for October this year, again, I will be doing another group buddy read with the booktube community. So for this buddy read, I will be joined by Brooklyn from Brooklyn's library and Brianna from Brianna's bookshelf. Both of their channels will be linked down below, as well as their announcement videos. I'm going to go through everything regarding the buddy read and then also some other fun stuff that we are doing for October, but definitely check out their videos as well in case they have anything extra to add. I know Brooklyn is going to do some recommendations alongside with her announcement video, so definitely go and check those videos out. But first and foremost, let's get this out of the way. Our group read, buddy read, I'm inviting you all to please join me in reading Salem's Lot by Stephen King in the month of October. I have not read this one, clearly, but it's been on my TBR for a while and I feel like it would be a perfect read for October, so I'm really excited to be joined by some fun people to read this, and I just wanted to open it up to the community and let anybody join in if you guys are interested in reading the book with us this month or rereading it, or maybe you've read it in the past but want to follow along and see all of our thoughts and feelings about it. So for October, we will be reading Salem's Lot by Stephen King. So there are a lot of fun things planned for that buddy read. We will be doing a live show discussion probably towards the end of October. These are all like date to be determined. We should have official dates soon, and of course we will make an announcement once those dates are set, but we will be doing a live show discussion for Salem's Lot towards the end of the month. And then I also am planning to do some reading sprints, my first ever time doing reading sprints. I think right now our goal is to try to get 2 different reading sprint dates throughout the month, so hopefully you guys can join us for that. Even if you're not reading Salem's Lot, come and join us and read something else. So all of those dates will be announced as soon as we know what they are. But a huge shout out to Brooklyn here. We had this buddy read planned since like early this year. She was like, let's read Salem's Lot together because we both had it on our TBR, and I was like, okay, well let's do it in October. And then I reached out to her to see if she would be open to doing a group like read and do a live show for that, and then she kind of took the reins on this and she decided to create a bingo board that we can do for October. So this is the Haunted Library Bingo. This will be available to anybody, so even if you're not doing the buddy read and reading Salem's Lot, you can still pick this up and do a little bit of a fun October bingo. So I'm going to go through all of the bingo prompts with you guys. On this board, there's a mix of reading prompts as well as activity prompts. And the fun thing about this is almost every single reading prompt you can hit by reading Salem's Lot, so it makes it pretty easy to complete. So let's just go across the top first. Obviously, our number 1 square is to read Salem's Lot, right? I would say even if you've read this in the past and you don't feel like rereading it this year, I would still say that you could complete that square. The next one is an activity prompt to make a spooky craft. This is open for your interpretation. I'm not a very crafty person, but I feel like even sitting down and like coloring a like spooky coloring sheet could count as this. However creative you want to get for it, as long as it's something like artistic and fun, whatever you would classify as a spooky craft, that works. We are not very particular about this. The next one is to read a book with any monster. So once again, you could choose Salem's Lot for this because it has vampires in it, or any other sort of creature monster book. The next one is to read a horror book. Pretty self-explanatory. Any horror book you read in the month of October, you can check off this square. The next square is to subscribe to Brianna on YouTube. So once again, I will have her channel linked down below. I love some of the fun recommendations and videos that she makes, and we have pretty similar reading tastes. So if you have a similar reading taste to me, you might like some of Brianna's stuff. The next one is to drink a fall beverage. Pretty self-explanatory as well, and a lot of these are really like up for interpretation. You of course don't have to go out and buy something. You can make something at home, just whatever you feel like is a fall beverage for you. The next square is to buddy read a book. So obviously you can get this if you are reading a Salem's Lot with us. If not, then you can find another friend to buddy read with. Up next, of course, we have subscribe to Brooklyn, who will be linked down below. This is like a big YouTube comeback for her, okay? So go and subscribe to her, give her lots of love, give her some encouragement, and just say hi to her welcome her back into the community. The next one is to listen to a spooky podcast. Once again, with the word spooky, that is up for interpretation, whatever you view as a spooky podcast. So whether that's true crime, paranormal, like ghost stories or anything like that. I think this is the one that I will have the hardest time with because I enjoy podcasts, I just don't listen to them very often. So I'm gonna have to really push myself to actually get out there and listen to a podcast in October. The next one is to decorate for fall. Again, as much or as little as you want to do for this prompt. Then we have to watch a movie or a show with vampires. So you could watch the adaptation of Salem's Lot if you want, or any other media involving vampires if you feel like rewatching Twilight, which maybe I should do. It's really up to you guys, of course. The next one we have is to read a spooky graphic novel. So I think this is the one reading prompt that you can't really hit by reading Salem's Lot, but there are plenty of these that exist. So I just did a fall book recommendations video. There were a couple of graphic novels that I mentioned in there, and like I said, I believe Brooklyn is planning on doing recommendations for each of the reading prompts, so definitely check out her video, see what she has to recommend for this. Then of course we have our free space, and then the next one is to play a spooky game. So again, anything that you want it to be, whether it's like a physical board game or if it's a video game, whatever feels spooky to you or appropriate for the October vibes, just go ahead and do that. And then of course we have carve a pumpkin. I would say, I didn't consult the bosses on this one, but I would say if you want to paint a pumpkin instead of carve a pumpkin, I would allow that as well, especially depending where you live. You know, carving pumpkins, they rot a lot quicker, especially if it's not cold where you are. So I would say if you want to paint the pumpkin instead, that counts. Hopefully Brooklyn doesn't come for me in the comments. Next, we have listen to a spooky audiobook. So if you want to listen to Salem's Lot on audio, you can, or pick up any other book. Then we have, of course, subscribe to me, which, you know, my channel will be linked down below. Next we have watch a Halloween movie. So again, kind of whatever you want it to be. I would say my favorite Halloween movie is probably Trick or Treat, but obviously you can watch whatever you want, whether you want something scary or something comfy and cozy to watch and nostalgic. It is up to you. Then we have read a book at night. So this one's pretty easy to complete. Throughout the month of October, sometime once it hits nighttime, pick up any book and read it. Next, of course, we have post a review online. So this is any online space that you are in, whether that is Goodreads, Fable, Storygraph, or any other like reading tracker apps. If you have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, literally anything, just post that review online, give a little bit of a shout out to that author and to that book. If you are somehow not on any of those sites, you can always come to my comments and leave me a book review. Say, I just read this book and I thought it was really great because of this, and that would count for this square. The next one is to read outside, which I will give you a little bit of grace with because I know different climates, sometimes that's a little bit harder to do. October is starting to get cold. Some places it starts to snow. So if you are able to, read outside for a little bit. Next is to post your current read. So once again, this would count for any of those sites. If you want to post on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or you can come to my comments and let me know what you are currently reading if you are not on any of those social media sites. Then we have to listen to a fall playlist. So whatever music puts you in that fall vibe, whether it's spooky, scary Halloween music, or if it's just kind of fall, feeling cozy music. The next square is to join any reading sprint. So as I mentioned, we are planning to do at least 2 for the Salem's Lot buddy read, group read, haunted library, bingo, whatever. Just in the month of October, we are planning to do at least 2 reading sprints, but that doesn't mean you have to join us. If you have another creator that you like to watch that is doing reading sprints in October, you can join those and still count it for this bingo board. And then the last one we have is to have a fall meal. So a lot of these obviously were left kind of intentionally a little bit vague because I feel like they are up to interpretation. So whether this is just a little snack, a little donut, or whether you make a home cooked fall inspired meal, that is up to you. Just eat something that feels like fall and then you can check off this bingo square. So that is just about everything for the Haunted Library bingo board. Of course, this bingo board will be posted on Instagram, so you guys can screenshot it and play along with us. And then we also have a TBR template that Brianna made. So if you are choosing a few different books to complete your bingo squares, you can put those all into the template and post that on your story for us to see. That is just about everything except the really fun part about this October bingo board buddy read is that Brooklyn has so kindly created a Discord server for us, so that will be linked down below as well. You can join to talk about the buddy read, you can join to talk about the bingo, you can join to talk about both, you can join for some self promo just to get to know some more people in the booktube community and just kind of hang out with us. We plan to use this for updates to the bingo board, inspiration, recommendations, and then also to discuss Salem's Lot as we are reading it. We'll try our best to keep it spoiler free because we don't really have like a set plan of like, we're reading this much on this day and this much on this day. It's just kind of throughout the month until the live show. Read what you can and we'll discuss it in that Discord server. So everything will be linked down below. Once again, definitely check out Brooklyn and Brianna's videos for the announcement, just in case they have anything extra to add that I forgot to say in here, or they have some fun recommendations for you guys. So with all of that being said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you are planning to group read Salem's Lot with us, or if you're planning to complete some of the bingo board in the month of October. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.